Essex against Lancashire at Chelmsford. It's one of 8 matches played during the day, 60 overs a side, and that means that a bowler has a maximum of 12 overs that he can bowl. Essex having a good all-round season, but for Lancashire this really was a crucial match because all other competitions are pretty well lost. The weather fine at the start and a good forecast, dry with sunny spells, risk of showers later and a light southerly breeze. Neil Fairbrother, back in action after injury, was out there in the middle with Graham Gooch, the captain, for the toss at the start. So Essex win the toss, put Lancashire into bat, and that's the lineup. Graham Gooch back. Pringle passed a fitness test, he'd had a bad knee, an all-round handful of seam bowlers there with Childs the spinner. And for Lancashire, there's no Allott or Mendes, but Fairbrother and De Freitas passed fitness tests, and they have one spinner too in Fitton. 2 Whites, Robert White and Peter White, are the umpires. Essex are in the field, and we join with the second ball of the day, Neil Foster bowling to Graham Fowler.
Well, that's a very positive start from Graham Fowler, the way he's played his cricket. Don Topley. Oh, that's a terrific stroke from Fowler. The only way he can play him. There's another one. Five off the over.
Well, that's a great shot again. Beautiful follow through, real solid shot. And Drake Pringle will be bowling from the far end from our commentary box, the river end there, and
out! Well, Atherton will be disappointed in that. He really will. It was a wide ball, wasn't quite up, and Atherton just threw the bat at it, a la Fowler, but not so successfully, and Essex have done it, Pringle's done it, and Atherton goes 36 for 1, and we're in the 8th over.
you see it's quite wide, just swinging away, following it, didn't quite get over it, and a waist-high catch there to Shahid at cover. Now that's the reason why it went up. If you saw his body there, just fractionally leaning backwards, didn't quite get over the ball. It's not always easy when it's a little bit wide, but the weight was still fractionally backwards, and that's why the ball went slightly off the floor.
Straight away, Graham Gooch brings a second slip back, and that's exactly what he wanted. Needed to stop the gallop, and he's done it.
Here's good timing. It's been a feature of Fowler's play this morning.
Neil Foster seems intent on trying to keep Graham Fowler on the back foot. He knows how much Graham likes to drive, I'm sure, but just gave him a little bit of width there with the shorter length delivery, and he was able to cut it away for 4. John Stevenson now coming on to bowl.
Would have been brilliant. Tremendous effort.
Extremely difficult chance there to Mike Garnham, almost clung onto it. Very difficult standing up to a medium pacer. I think those either stick or they don't.
Safely away. Past mid-on, just 2 or 3 yards wide of mid-on's left hand. And 4 more to Fowler. This is the moment where they will try to increase the scoring rate.
cracking shot. And that's Fowler's 50. "76 balls, well played, Graham Fowler." And so on comes England's best bowler. At least that's how it turned out at Old Trafford. Graham Gooch, I rather enjoyed his bowling. Said he'd lost the habit, but it seemed to me that he got the ball to swing where others didn't. Ah, it's a fine shot. And that's the way to play it over the top. He didn't decide beforehand. He was there to play the stroke and then just gave it the follow-through. Well, Nick Speak likes it. Pitch it up and I'll give you a chance. No chance in that though. Whacked straight, first bounce to the side screen.
Don Topley coming back.
It's a shot from Fowler which might cost him his wicket, and does. That's a fine catch, beautifully judged, and just about to say that a wicket could peg them back still further, and that's what's happened. Good knock from Fowler. He's out for 66. We're in the 29th over, 127 for 2.
Yes, Graham Fowler hitting the ball in the air on the leg side. He's not been afraid to hit it in the air throughout his innings, but Paul Pritchard doesn't miss too many of those. I think there have been several televised catches where he's been running around the boundary and ended up with a slide at the end. Very safe fielder, one of the best fielders on the county circuit.
A new batsman, Neil Fairbrother, and a situation tailor-made for him.
We're watching John Childs.
25 overs still to go, and any side with wickets in hand can get the better part of another 150 from those. Well, that just about completes the Essex morning, and Graham Gooch's in particular. What a week he's having with catches.
This is John Childs bowling the first ball after lunch, and Nick Speak is taking strike. Well, that is very poor cricket from Childs. He had only a pace or two. It's not as though he has a long follow through. Gooch threw it correctly to make certain he had time to get back, and Childs was still on the pitch side of the stumps. Well, would you believe it?
New bowler, Derek Pringle.
Just out of the road of Stevenson at mid-off. Speak has shown some nice touches with his batting. He's made over 1,000 first-class runs this summer. He's in form. Beautifully done. It's a wonderful piece of fielding by Topley. Small ground, always risky going for the second, and Fairbrother was stretching there. In the back of his mind, I wonder, was there the fear of the hamstring problem he's had? But certainly there must have been some sort of fear of the throw from Topley. It was a brilliant effort. Graham Lloyd is the new batsman. He's been having a good year. Well done. Gooch has rushed across as well. He might to congratulate his bowler on what might loosely be termed medium-paced intimidation. And another breakthrough for Essex.
Well, that's good innings by Nick Speak. He's kept the score moving nicely. 60 runs from 103 balls. But also well bowled by Derek Pringle. Took him up completely, and Garnham taking a good catch there. Well bowled, Derek Pringle. Mike Watkinson is a very fine striker of the ball.
That's a good, powerful stroke by Watkinson. And the few loose deliveries Pringle has bowled, Watkinson is a very, very hard hitter. Nice shot. Just waited on it and steered it away past the man at backward point. Pringle. Nicely timed and beautifully placed.
Stevenson, the bowler. Oh, that's well picked up. That's a big hit.
Tremendous blow.
Mike Watkinson, one of the cleanest middle-order hitting batsmen in English cricket. Oh, that's a good shot. That was hit right out of the middle. A sweep shot to be played with that authority and certainty is rare. Given him. Certainly straight. He seemed forward. Peter White had no hesitation at all, and 2:49 now, Lancashire for 5 with Lloyd, LBW to Stevenson. Well, Philip de Freitas, one of this battery of attacking stroke players, and he's come in because Lloyd was LBW on the front foot. Bowled him. Probably a thickish inside edge, and Philip de Freitas drawn into a push. And that's changed it a little bit. 2:49 for 6, and often you get situations where a side look headed for 300 plus and suddenly wickets tumble, and it changes the whole balance of the game. New batsman is Ian Austin, and back comes Neil Foster, and Graham Gooch again, deciding that wickets are his best chance. He's just taken 2. Oh, well bowled, because that was a slower ball. There was movement as well. He'd drawn Watkinson into the committed shot. It was a good piece of bowling.
Don Topley coming on to bowl.
Gone. Good strike. And even on this short ground, for a moment it looked as though it might have cleared the man at mid-off, John Stevenson. But not so. Topley picks up a very, very important wicket. Watkinson was hitting the ball quite beautifully out there. Now he's gone. It's 261 for 7.
The next batsman is Warren Hay.
That is just about the most frustrating thing can happen to a captain. Out there today. Stevenson has a stumping to make up for the boundary that came from the previous ball. Batsman just shuffling his feet around.
Oh, lovely.
That's a brilliant stroke. Dexter Fitton has got that right off the meat of the bat. He's in good form.
And this shows the advantage of standing up to the medium pacers. Must have been pretty close, must that? There's a change of feet.
He doesn't mind giving it the whip away way through mid-wicket or past square leg, does he? 300 is on the board, and Lancashire have done it well.
So both these left-handers very, very powerful. Anything short of a length or leg stump, and they don't half whack it through that leg side.
I'll get it. Straight into the rose bush behind our commentary box.
And Stevenson trying to pitch it up. Didn't get it quite far enough up. The ball, the good length. Ian Austin just leaning back slightly. Chest on, and the ball right into the houses behind us. Tremendous blow.
Well, that's the end of the 60th over, and there won't be too many happy Essex men walking off the field, because what looked as though it might have been a reasonable target now has finished up at 319. They have 60 overs in which to make them.
Some good partnerships there for Lancashire. Fowler and Speake put on 91, and then Speake and Fairbrother 59, and especially a quick partnership of 57 in 49 balls from Lloyd and Watkinson. Altogether a good effort, taking them to 318 for 8 of 60 overs. Hard work for the bowlers. Graham Gooch used 5 seam bowlers. I thought the spinner John Childs was the most successful, but even he went for 10 in the last over, taking him to 0 for 51 off 12. So Essex need 319 runs to win off 60 overs. The run rate 5.32. And that, by the way, will be a record-winning total in the 60-over competition by a side batting second. That was 307 for 5 by Hampshire against Essex, would you believe, on this same Chelmsford ground in 1990. Well, Lancashire unfortunately lost Philip de Freitas after 3 balls with injury. So we'll join it in the 4th ball of the 2nd over. The score 7 for no wicket. Watkinson bowls to Gooch.
That is very close. That is very close.
Movement off the seam for Mike Watkinson here. Sure, given the benefit of the doubt that it may have been going down the leg side there.
You see how far forward he got. There was movement from off to leg, and in fact he had got decently far forward. One of Graham Gooch's favourite areas. Very difficult, Phil, to dot your leg side fielders in the right place. Hasn't gone, because he did get a hand to it mid-on, because he can play straight, and that he loves to work it through mid-wicket.
Yes, when Philip de Freitas was bowling the first over, Lancashire had obviously decided on a ploy and had a man in a sort of straight mid-on position, almost through where that ball went. Neil Fairbrother was himself there in a catching position. We've employed that several times against Graham, but we tend to have the man wider in the mid-wicket area. And certainly in de Freitas' first over, the first 2 balls did go through the mid-wicket area.
Danny Morrison. Another powerful shot, really. This one of Graham Gooch's trademark shots. Really hit like a rocket.
Terrific square cut here. Picked the length up very quickly on the front foot first, but rocked back. Almost a square drive rather than a square cut.
Oh, it's got the hook. I'll tell you what, that came as near to the middle of the bat as you'll ever get.
Danny Morrison testing him out. In position early, head nicely inside the line of the ball, swivelling round. Kept the ball down reasonably well too, rolling his wrists over. Almost ending up in a heap on the floor, but he wouldn't have minded that with the ball going for 4.
Essex going well. They were patient at first, and they knew they had a record target to get, but suddenly when they hit those gaps, it goes away for 4.
Yes, at the moment, Lancashire still keeping a slip in there, but that's going to be for much longer. They're going to have to cut the boundaries off.
Lovely shot. The power of it is incredible. You just think it's a little wrist shot, square on the offside, just behind. Get that power. Says much about Graham Gooch's timing, and the 50 comes up.
Also about that big heavy bat, Tony. It's a 3-pounder, is that? And when you get that swinging, it certainly knocks it to the boundary.
Ian Austin is the new bowler. Pickup. A crack from the big bat, but it's Stevenson this time. That's the sort of shot. That's the space they're aiming for.
Yes, he got the leg out of the way, allowed the free flow of the bat, just picking up wide of mid-on.
Well, there's Philip de Freitas, and I can't imagine what he has in mind, because he limped off as if he was never going to walk again, and now he's out there clapping his hands and saying, "Come on, boys, I've watched you. I think I can help." That'll do. Can't stop those. Finest little edge, and that's bound to be 4 runs.
Well, there's nothing more aggravating for the bowler than that. It wouldn't have been a catch to slip. It'd have been about 2nd, 3rd slip. Got the field placing now, and men back in the right places, and then you get the edge like that. Nothing you can do about it, but it doesn't make you any happier as a bowler.
Wonderful stroke. Beautifully picked up, and a half-century for John Stevenson. Leg spin from Michael Atherton.
That's 4, you would think. It is. 201 off 35 overs before that hit, and well on target, and the crucial thing is that they haven't lost a wicket. And he's given it. Gooch has had a long, hard look, but umpire White, he decided that that was out. Now, did it flick the pad, or was there a little bit of an edge on its way through to the keeper? It looks as though umpire White's decided that there was a little nick. Heggs getting the congratulations. Oh, well, that was played. A late nudging adjustment.
Now, if Morrison was bowling that line all the time, the deep square leg could come in to slip.
Oh, that's out. And suddenly the whole nature of the game has changed. De Freitas catches it, Morrison the bowler, end of Stevenson, and 75, he's gone for 133 for 2, and suddenly Essex will have 2 batsmen at the crease on 0.
Well, John Stevenson will be annoyed with himself there, but I'd like to give credit to the bowler. A good slower ball. Stevenson played the shot a little bit early, didn't keep it down, a straightforward catch. You see there, the bat's already through before the ball came. Well bowled to the bowler, and straightforward catch there for De Freitas. Shows again the value of changing your pace in one-day cricket.
Paul Pritchard coming in now to join Mark Wall.
Not quite into the main road, but not far short of it. Guys looking at their meters. Players looking towards the balcony to see what sort of instructions might come, if any.
I don't think they actually did offer it there.
Well, the long delay has done the trick. Watkinson has Mark Waugh playing slightly across the line, and might have made the decision a little more definite if they're asked about it again. 179 now for the loss of 3 wickets. Mark Waugh goes. Bowled by Watkinson for 25, 36 balls faced. Nick Knight, left-hander.
Oh, trouble if he hits.
Extra fitting to start from this end.
Trouble and gone. Well, that's exactly the sort of thing that is the despair of a dressing room. It really is, and well, of all the ways to get out, and that isn't just the loss of a wicket, it's what it does to the morale of a dressing room to know that one's been tossed away. Nick Knight run out for a single, and now Essex are starting to have a real problem. 183 for 4. Oh, dropped him. Appealing for 2 things, and it's the catch, I think, that he's been given for. It is. For a little nick onto the pad. It looked an optimistic LBW appeal going leg side, but there was a flick onto the bat. Keeper claimed it once he'd made ground, and that's the appeal that Peter White answered. Tight if he hits, which he didn't.
Suicidal single there. The rate going up all the time. Atherton still bowling.
And this time, almost exactly the same thing. Looked like bottom edge. And Lancashire have struck again. 208 for 6 now. And real problems there for Essex.
Neil Foster, the incoming batsman.
Needs a couple of boundaries, and while Atherton is on, that is the opportunity. There's one of them. Very big hit straight into the marquee. That's straight over the boundary as well, so 2 sixes this over. 15 for Pringle and 10 for Foster. Needs a few more lusty blows of that kind. Fairbrother is taking no chances. He's taken off Austin. He's bringing on Morrison. And he's gone. And with that dismissal might go the last hope for Essex. Danny Morrison has struck. He's brought back on by Fairbrother. He's done the job. 228 for 7 now. Your batsman is Mike Garnham. No doubt about that. When you see that on the replay, you'll see it's an absolute clinker.
Yes, you could do with 6 of these and over. We just started to go out in the air fractionally, but then went like a leg break. Perfect length as well.
And that's what's happened to Essex in their chase for 390, and they put Lancashire into bat.
Yarnum to take strike. And it's a reverse sweep again.
It is Raymond, and what a good one. That is a good one. Somebody's got to take off. Well, Topley's got it away as well, and that'll be 4. So what a good over this is, and this match suddenly boiling up to a thrilling finish after it looked all over. And that's a 50 partnership. It'll certainly be 2, and Garnham will probably turn it into 3. With great wrist action, struggling, and out. There looks to be a query about the run out, but in fact he is out. He went for the second, he had to go.
No, it's it.
A lovely clean hit, 4 runs.
Oh, fantastic. He's had a variety of balls to face. Danny Morrison trying the slow ball here. Mike Garnham waiting for it, picking his spot, flicking it up high over mid-wicket for 4.
And that brings the 300 up.
And now Mike Atherton thrust into the position of having to bowl this final over.
Hit it. Now where's he hit it? He's found the fence. 4 runs. Hitting with the spin. And gracious me, 9 off 4 balls.
Down the wicket. Didn't quite get chipped, but followed through. And tremendously clean hit over mid-wicket. Perhaps they've decided that the left-hander's better equipped to strike the runs.
Now, having to alter the field, a man has dropped out of the onside, back on the boundary, and therefore there's no sweeper out on the offside. He's come in to complete the 4 fielders in the circle. Gone for another one, and he's bisected him. John Charles has done it. This is remarkable stuff, because against all the odds, and with Garnham wanting the strike, John Charles has thought, right, this is mine. He's gone 4-4. 5.
Well, a terrific strike by John Charles. The dilemma now facing him, 5 off 3 balls. Does he take the responsibility himself, or does he try and get a single and get Mike Garnham back down with 4 runs off 2 balls then?
He's got him again. Might only be the one, and Mike Garnham would do well to settle for that. What more could he have wanted for? John Charles has done his part. 4 runs are needed off 2 balls and a leg spinner to bowl them. Who's your money on, Phil?
Oh, that's a tough one, Jack, at this stage.
Out or not out, and it's a winning hit, and Essex have won. Well, the odds against pulling that off when they were 228 for 8 must have been enormous. They've broken the NatWest record. That's the highest score by a side batting second, and against all the odds, Essex go into the last 8, and Lancashire must have wondered exactly what they've done wrong.
Well, astonishing. 319 for 9. Just think, at one stage 228 for 8 in the 50th over, and they wanted 91 off the last 10 overs with just 2 wickets standing. Good start, by the way. Graham Gooch and Stevenson putting on 123. But then, you know, Essex hit no fours for 17 overs. Then came Garnham with Topley put on 54, and with Childs 37 off 23 balls. Alas for Lancashire, it cannot be their season. De Freitas, of course, left after 3 balls. Then Dexter Fitton, I thought, bowled beautifully. 11 overs for 34, but 15 runs off his 12th and final over, and poor Mike Atherton had to bowl the very last over of the match. So the result is Essex winning by 1 wicket, and the man of the match, Mike Garnham of Essex. So we have other matches and some results and some unfinished. Let's begin with Derby versus Leicestershire. Leicestershire 201 for 9, and Derby 9 for 2 off 3.3. That was a close of play there. And Hants v Kent, Hampshire 243 for 9 off 60 overs, a century for Paul Terry, but Kent a marvellous win off the 60 overs. Kent winning by 2 wickets, 92 to Ward, 40 to Hooper, and 33 not out to Elam. And Durham a great win at Uxbridge, Middlesex 259 for 8, and Durham 260 for 4. Paul Parker 69 and Ian Botham 63 not out. Comfortable win for Northants against Yorkshire. Northants 325 for 7, Alan Lamb 69, Fordham 78, and Yorkshire 192 all out. Notts and Glamorgan unfinished. Notts 194 all out, put into bat. Glamorgan 10 for no wicket off 2.1 overs. And Gloucestershire beating Somerset by 22 runs. Gloucestershire 235 all out, Somerset 213 all out. And finally, Warwickshire versus Sussex at Edgbaston. Sussex 149 for 9, and that, alas, was the close of play for the day. So we had a marvellous day. It really was terrific. Some of the best one-day cricket I've ever seen. And let's leave now with a memory of that wonderful little partnership, the brave men Childs and Garnham. Last ball of the match.